Let's try to derive relationship between zeros and coefficients of the quadratic polynomials. So this is my quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c. Correct? This is the quadratic polynomial because the highest power is 2, highest power of x is 2 and a is non-zero. So general form of quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c. And let's assume that alpha and beta are the factor of this quadratic polynomial. So we can write this function as k into x minus alpha into x minus beta. I can show you if you want. For example, let's assume 3x square minus 21x plus 3. This is my polynomial function of this form, ax square plus bx plus c. Now this I know I can write as this form, 3 into x square minus 7x plus 10. Again, if I factorize this becomes 3 into x square minus, this is 10, 5 into 2 is 10, and 5 minus 5 into minus 2 is 10, and minus 5 plus minus 2 is minus 7. So I write this as minus 5x minus 2x plus 10. We have learned this in the factorization videos. If not, please watch that. So this becomes 3 into, this becomes x into x minus 5, and this becomes minus 2. Correct? So this is the form we got. This is nothing but k into x minus alpha, and this is nothing but x minus b. Correct? So what I have done, I have written this ax square plus bx plus c into k into x minus alpha into x minus beta, where k is a constant and alpha and beta are factors of this or zeros of this polynomial. Correct? Alpha and beta are zeros of this polynomial. Alpha and beta are zeros of this polynomial. Correct? Now the same thing I can write in this form, x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta. Why? I can show you. So if you have k into x minus alpha into x minus beta, if you have this, I can write in this form k into this is x square minus beta x minus alpha x plus alpha beta. Correct? This is nothing but k into x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta. Correct? This is what we have got. The same thing I can write in this form, kx square minus alpha plus beta into kx plus k alpha beta. That is this. So this is more clear, I have written like this. Now if you see that this equation and this equation are same, both are same, right? Because the same equation I have made like this. So I can say that I can say in this way, that since both are same, I can say that a by k, that is a by k, the coefficient of x square, ratio of coefficient of x square by b by minus k into alpha plus beta, the ratio of coefficient of x is equal to c by k by alpha. Correct? What I've done, since the equations are same, I'm saying the ratio of the coefficients of x square, x, this is x square, this is x, this is constant. The ratio is same. Correct? So if you take these two, what we get is alpha plus beta is nothing but minus by, because k and k cancel. And if you take these two, this and this, what we'll get is alpha and beta is c by a. Correct? What we have done, if you take these two, k and k cancel, what you get, alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. This a will come here. And if you take this and this, here also k cancel, what you'll get, I'll cancel k from all if you want. Alpha beta is nothing but c by a. So what we have got, alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a and alpha beta is equal to c by a, where alpha and beta are nothing but zeros of this quadratic polynomial, and a, b or c are coefficient of this quadratic polynomial. A, b, c are coefficient of this quadratic polynomial. Thus we have derived a relationship between zeros and coefficient of the quadratic polynomial. Correct? Alpha and beta are zeros and a, b and c are coefficient of quadratic. Please make a note of this. This is a very useful relationship. We'll use this. Alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, alpha beta is equal to c by a, where alpha and beta are zeros of the quadratic polynomial and a, b and c are nothing but coefficient of the quadratic polynomial. Now we'll take some examples of zeros and coefficients of a quadratic polynomial. Let's assume this is the function 2x square minus 8x plus 6. You can write this as nothing but 2 into x square minus 4x plus 3. Correct? The same thing, I can factorize this. This is minus 4. Minus 4 I can write is nothing but minus 3 plus minus 1. And minus 3 into minus 1 is 3. So I can write this is nothing but 2 constant. X square minus 3x minus x plus 3. Correct? Nothing but 2 into x minus 3 into x minus 1. Correct? This I have written in this form. So thus I can say that alpha and beta in my case is nothing but 3 and 1, because this is nothing but k into x minus alpha into x minus beta. Correct? So comparing these two equations, I can say alpha and beta are 3, 1. Correct? Also we know that alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, and alpha beta is equal to c by a. We'll prove this actually. Now first let's find alpha beta. Since we know alpha and beta, we know that alpha plus beta is nothing but 3 plus 1, that is 4. Correct? Alpha plus beta is nothing but 3 plus 1, that is 4. And now let's try to find the value of minus b by a. Minus b is nothing but minus of minus a by a is 2, that is minus, this will become plus 8 by 2, that is 4. So we have seen 4 is equal to 4. Correct? Because this term we got from actual values of alpha and beta, and this form minus b by a we got from formula. So we can say that this formula is true. Correct? Similarly for alpha beta is nothing but 3 into 1, that is 3, and c by a is nothing but 6 by 2, that is 3, and we can see that 3 is equal to 3. So we can say that alpha beta is equal to c by a. And thus here also we have proved that the formula which we have derived is correct. That's alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, and alpha beta is equal to c by a, where alpha and beta are zeros of this quadratic polynomial, and a, b, c are coefficient of the quadratic polynomial. This is just one example to prove the theorem which we have done, designed in the last slide. Alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, and alpha beta is equal to c by a. We'll take one more example. We have to find the quadratic polynomial, the sum and the product of whose zeros are 4 and 1 respectively. That is, we are told that alpha plus beta is equal to plus 4 and alpha beta is equal to 1. We are told. And we have to find a quadratic polynomial. We know that the quadratic polynomial formula is x into k into x minus alpha into x minus beta, or actually we can write this as nothing but k into x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta. This is the general form of equation where we know alpha plus beta and we know alpha beta. Correct? Now we let's put the values. So this becomes k into x square minus 4x, because alpha plus beta is 4, plus alpha beta is 1. Correct? Now since this is the value we have got, x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta, that is x square minus 4x plus 1. Now we can put any value of k. So if we put k is equal to 1, this equation becomes x square minus 4x plus 1. If we put k is equal to 2, this equation becomes 2x square minus 8x plus 2. If we put k is equal to 3, this equation becomes 3x square minus 12 plus 3. All these are valid answers actually. So there can be many solutions. You keep on putting the values of k, you'll get the answer. But in general case, if asked in exam, just put the value of k is equal to 1 and get the answer. But logically all these are answers. Correct? Because here also if you see, in all these equations, the sum and the product are 4 and 1 respectively. Correct? So there can be many solutions for this answers, for this question. but in examination we generally put k is equal to 1 to get the answer. What we have done, we have just used the formula. The formula that we have is for general form of quadratic polynomial is k into x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta, and we knew the value of alpha plus beta and we knew the value of alpha beta. We had just substituted the value of alpha plus beta as 4 and alpha beta as 1 to get this equation, and then we have put the value of k is equal to 1 to get this equation 1, k is equal to 2 to get equation 2. We can keep putting the values of k in different values to get different answers. Now again, relationship between zeros and coefficient of cubic polynomials. Till now we have seen quadratic polynomial. Now let's see the relationship between zeros and coefficients of cubic polynomial. So here, if alpha, beta and gamma are zeros of this cubic polynomial, because cubic polynomial of this form, aq plus bx square plus cx plus d, cube actually, then alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus b by a, alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equal to c by a, and alpha beta into gamma is minus d by a. This is the formula we have. I'll prove this in front of you just now. So it is told that alpha, beta and gamma are zero of the polynomial. So I can write ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. This whole thing I can write as k into x minus alpha into x minus beta into x minus gamma. I have done the same thing for the quadratic polynomial also. I have written this in this form, k into x minus alpha, x minus beta, x minus gamma, where alpha, beta and gamma are the zeros of this cubic polynomial and k is some constant. This, if you see, this becomes k into this, we already know x minus alpha into x minus beta is nothing but x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta. Correct? This thing into x minus gamma. So let's solve it further. X into x square is nothing but x cube minus alpha plus beta into x, that is x square, plus alpha b into y into x is equal to alpha beta x minus gamma into x square. So I'll say minus gamma into x square, correct, minus gamma into alpha plus beta into x, this plus actually, minus gamma into this minus equal plus, and minus alpha beta. This is what we have got. So let's put x square x all together, the coefficients. So this becomes k into x cube minus alpha plus beta plus gamma x square. This we have taken, these two we have taken, plus alpha beta plus, this becomes gamma alpha plus gamma beta, this into x, correct? That means we have taken these two, minus alpha beta gamma, correct? This is the value we have. Now if you compare these two equations, this is equation 1, this is equation 1, let's suppose, and equation 2, both are same equation actually, both are derived from the same values. The same equation is written in this form. So we can compare the ratios of the, what do you call, x cube, x square, x and constant terms. So we can write, if you compare the x cube terms, we get a by k. If you compare the x square terms, you will get b by minus of alpha plus beta plus gamma, right? This is equal to c by alpha beta plus gamma alpha plus gamma beta, and this is, if you d is the constant term, by minus alpha beta, and k is everywhere actually. This is k because k is a product everywhere you have k. Then cancel k also, just to make things simple. Correct? Now this is, let's suppose, my equation 3, this is 4, this is 5, and this is 6. Now when you compare 3 and 4, from 3 and 4, what we get? Alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus b by a. So if we compare 3 and 4, we'll get alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus b by a. Similarly, if you compare 3 and 5, what you get? Alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equal to c by a. 3 and 5 we are comparing, 3 and 5. Correct? And if you compare 3 and 6, what you get? Alpha beta gamma is equal to minus d by a. So we have three equations. We have three things. Alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus b by a. Alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equal to c by a, and alpha beta gamma is equal to minus b by a. Correct? And that is what we have written here. You see, alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus b by a. Alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equal to c by a, and alpha beta gamma is equal to minus d by a. This is nothing but relationship between coefficients and zeros, where alpha, beta, gamma are zeros, and a, b, c, d, all these are coefficients of this cubic polynomial. Thus we have derived a relationship between zeros of cubic polynomials and coefficients of the cubic polynomial. Please understand and learn this formula. It is crucial. We'll have to use this formula again and again. So let me repeat this. Alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus b by a. Alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equal to c by a. Alpha beta gamma is equal to minus d by a. If you are not able to understand this, you can ignore this also, because this derivation is not part of NCERT class 10 syllabus. But it's good to know. Let's solve one example, just one example to clear the concept, because since this cubic polynomial derivation is not in the syllabus. In this example, we have to verify that 3 minus 1 minus 3 are zeros of this cubic polynomial function, and then we have to verify the relationship which we have derived. So to prove that k is a zero of px, what we have to do? We have to just prove that pk is 0. Correct? Similarly, in this fashion, if we can prove that p of 3 is 0, p of minus 1 is 0, and p of minus 1 by 3 is 0. If we can prove these three, that means we can prove that these three are zeros of this cubic polynomial. Let's try to find the value of p of 3. P of 3 is nothing but 3 of 3 cube minus 5 of 3 square minus 11 into 3 minus 3. That comes out to be 3 into 27, that is 81, minus 5 into 9, that is 45, minus 33, minus 3. This is nothing but 81 minus 81, and that is 0. Again, let's find p of minus 1. That comes out to be 3 of minus 1 cube minus 5 of minus 1 square minus 11 into minus 1 minus 3. That is minus 3 minus 5 plus 11 minus 3. And that is again, if you see, 11 minus 11 plus 11. That is again 0. Similarly, we have to find p of minus 1 by 3. That comes out to be 3 of minus 1 by 3 cube minus 5 of minus 1 by 3 square minus 11 into minus 1 by 3 minus 3. That is nothing but minus 1 by 9 minus 5 by 9 minus, or is plus 11 by 3 minus 3. Correct? And this comes out to be minus, this is minus 6 by 9 So minus 6 by 9 minus 3 plus 11 by 3. So let's form this. This is 9 3 27 minus 6, that is minus 33 by 9 plus 11 by 3. This 3 3 cancel, we can cancel 3. So this becomes minus 11 by 3 plus 11 by 3. That is 0. So we have proved that P of 3, P of minus 1 and P of minus 1 by 3 is 0. Just a normal calculation. We have just put the values of x as 3 minus 1 minus 1 by 3. No rocket science. And we have seen that these are all zeros. Thus we can prove that, or we can tell that 3 minus 1 and minus 1 by 3 are zeros of Px. Correct? Now since these are zeros of Px, now let's try to prove our formula. So when I say alpha plus beta plus gamma, this comes out to be 3 plus minus 1 plus minus 1 by 3. Correct? This comes out to be 3 minus 1, 2 and minus 3, this becomes 5 by 3. Correct? And b by alpha plus beta plus gamma is nothing but b by minus b by, we know, minus b by is nothing but minus of minus 5 by a is 3, that is 5 by 3. So if you see, both are same. Similarly, alpha beta plus alpha gamma plus beta gamma comes out to be 3 into minus 1 plus minus 1 into minus 1 by 3 plus 3 into minus 1 by 3. Correct? This turns out to be, if you find the value, this becomes minus 3 plus 1 by 3 minus 1. And this becomes minus 3 minus 1 minus 4. This becomes minus 11 by 3. I'll put in square. Now we know that this is nothing but c by a, and c by a is also nothing but minus 11 by 3. That is minus 11 by 3. Thus we have seen that c by a is nothing but alpha beta plus alpha gamma plus beta. Now let's try to find alpha beta gamma. That is nothing but 3 into minus 1 into minus 1 by minus minus cancel, 3 3 cancel, this becomes 1, right? And minus d by a value will find, minus d by is nothing but minus of minus 3 by 3, that is minus of minus 3 by 3, minus minus cancel, 3 3 cancel, that is 1. So I put this in triangle. So if you see that these two are also equal. Thus we have proved that alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus b by a, both are 5 by 3. Alpha beta plus alpha gamma plus beta gamma is nothing but c by a, that is minus 11 by 3, and alpha beta gamma is nothing but minus d by a, that is 1. So what we have done, we have first proved that 3 minus 1 and minus 1 by 3 are zeros of this cubic polynomial, and then we have proved that the relation which we have derived, there is alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus b by a, alpha beta alpha gamma plus beta gamma is equal to c by a, and alpha beta gamma is equal to minus d by a is correct.